Next, we have up Dr. Bartlett from the University Advancement Team, who leads the corporate and foundations and organizations team. I should say that. We won't leave out organizations, right, Dr. Bartlett?
You know, it's interesting because we often don't think about organizations, but it certainly is one of those areas that we can support you. So where am I? So thank you so much for giving me a few minutes to talk about the work that we do over here in university advancement and specifically in corporate foundation relations, although as we said, organizations is part of our purview as well. If you're not familiar with university advancement, let me quickly kind of place us. So university advancement is the fundraising arm for UB. We're divided between obviously the fundraising and the non-fundraising aspects of that. So if you think about fundraising, there are individual gift officers, there's annual giving, all the letters and phone calls that you receive from your alma mater, there's plan giving, and then there's us, the corporate and foundation relations team. And then we also have our colleagues who are in alumni engagement and prospect management and stewardship. All those things make up university advancement. But specifically, corporate foundation relations is the team that will work directly with you. And who are we and what do we do? Well, we're your central point of contact for corporations, including corporate foundations, philanthropic foundations, and non-governmental organizations. Think the American Heart Association and things like that. We do not work with government sponsors. There are other areas on campus that are focused there. That is not in our purview. But essentially, we're dedicated to establishing relationships, enhancing relationships, and working with a wide range of funders locally, nationally, regionally, and internationally. So I like to think of the corporate foundation relations team as almost at the nexus of all the areas across campus. So we work with faculty such as yourselves, PIs, chairs, deans, associate deans for research. We work closely with your deans and their priorities. We work with various staff across campus. There's a lot of areas, student life, for example, that we work with as well. Universities and libraries, schools and units, sponsored programs, the University of Buffalo Foundation. So again, all of those departments and areas across campus that are interested in getting support from universities or from foundations, excuse me, and corporations, we can help facilitate those relationships and drive some success. So what do we do and how do we do it? It starts with research. We are your first point potentially in researching your ideas and where there might be alignment for funding. We'll facilitate contact with corporations and foundations, either working with them directly or helping to connect you to program officers if you don't have relationships. We coordinate limited submissions with sponsored programs on the philanthropic side, the foundation side. We gather supporting documents. We can help with your proposal development. We coordinate with sponsor programs and University of Buffalo Foundation in various aspects. And then we also work on reporting and stewardship back to those funders. So if we look a bit more closely at what we can do to support you, there's really 4 key areas that I want to highlight today. Finding the right funders, supporting your proposals, building relationships, and then stewarding your success. So when we talk about funding the right funders, what we're talking about is really better understanding the work that you're doing and finding alignment to funders who are interested in supporting those sorts of initiatives. We work on timing of the proposal. So as you know, there's timelines for all these things. We can help manage those timelines to ensure that your proposal is going in at the right time. And then we're really tapping into our network because UB alumni are across the world, and especially in corporations and foundations, we often will have contacts that we can leverage and to help build relationships and help get you in front of those funders. We support your proposal. From concepts to full proposal, we can help you craft your submission. So we can schedule meetings with appropriate program officers so that you can get a better understanding of what the opportunity is. We can navigate the internal processes of grant submission with you. As I said, we have boilerplate language, so everyone's always needing that that general overview of UB or that general overview of the Research Foundation, we already have a lot of that information. So you don't have to be reinventing the wheel in those particular areas. And then we can also coordinate with UB leadership for required approvals. And as I said, helping with those limited submissions as well. We build relationships with foundations. And I think that's one of the key things that I want to leave you with today is that our job is not only to support you, but also to enhance UB's visibility with key funders with UB. So we're constantly meeting with program officers to better understand what foundations are interested in. We work with corporations and representatives there. So we really have a good sense of what they're interested in funding and help you then think about, is this a good fit or not? We're constantly attending webinars and meetings to stay ahead of their priorities, to better understand how those priorities are shifting or evolving considering the landscape. And then we also work to receive informal feedback and guidance from those funders that we can pass on to you to strengthen those proposals. We steward your success. So on a post-award aspect, the non-financial piece, we're helping put together. So as you develop a narrative, we can help review that narrative. We can make sure that you're addressing the salient points. And then we also work with RF to make sure that all of that financial reporting is shared as well. We keep funders engaged and informed. So even outside of the submission framework, we're meeting with those funders to help share the work that is happening here at UB and the work that you're doing. And then we can also help troubleshoot problems and unpack some of those communications that we get from our colleagues. So I think as I think about, why should you work with CFR? I would say there are three key areas. Because we have the experience, our staff has many years of fundraising experience within the corporate and foundation sphere, and we can really provide a lot of insight into how we can support the work that you're doing. Access, as I said, we work with these funders. A lot of funders, especially local funders, ask us to be the primary point of contact to them so they don't feel overwhelmed by requests. So if you, for example, think about M&T or the James H. Cumming Foundation, if you reach out to them, they are likely to say, contact our office because we already have relationships with them, and that's the preferred way that we communicate with them. And then coordination. A lot of times, James H. Cummings Foundation is another example or comes to mind. They don't want multiple requests coming from UB when there's something open. We can make sure that that funder is ready to receive your submission so that you're not wasting time. So I think, value-added services, institutional information, and portal creation are the ways that we can support your submissions. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them. Reach out to me at my email.
Thank you, Jeff. Very much appreciate it. And I have to say, for those that are new to the university, and sorry, Jeff, we told everybody no questions. So only because of the time frame, but those of you that are new to UB, the CFR team has been extremely productive across the health sciences and Mother Cobraney and a number of different organizations. So thanks a bunch.